Guys, Brandon from ThirstGym.com, and today we're going to talk about the decline neutral grip single arm dumbbell bench press. This is a variation of just our regular single arm decline dumbbell bench press. We're going to use a neutral grip though. And so the main thing I want to talk about is why would we use the neutral grip? And the big thing is that's some external rotation at the shoulder that's usually more shoulder friendly. A decline is already relatively shoulder friendly, but by adding that neutral grip, most people can usually do this exercise shoulder or pain free. If you happen to have issues with that, I'm clearly going to recommend that you go see a doctor, physical therapist, some kind of professional to figure out why you're having issues. But from what I've found, we very rarely have had issues with athletes or clients pressing with this manner to have their shoulders feeling good and still get some upper body strength and pressing strength in our training program. So what you're going to need is a decline bench of some sort, a utility bench that can do a decline. You can also use something underneath the foot to elevate that part that will give you that decline to kind of be on to make this exercise work if you happen to be doing that from home. You're also going to need one dumbbell because it's just a single arm variation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get in position, lock my feet in. I'm going to do my left side and then my right side. I'm going to come back down, and just like a regular dumbbell bench press with a single arm, I'm going to use both hands to get it up in the starting position. So I don't have my left hand. I'm going to take both to get it here because usually I'd be using a heavier dumbbell, but for demonstration purposes I got a lighter one here. And then what I'm going to do, instead of being here, I'm going to externally rotate, turn my shoulder out. That's going to give me a neutral grip position. I can already tell this is a little bit harder. It's going to be a harder variation, a little more tricep dependent. I'm taking the chest out of it just a little bit here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down to a comfortable position. I don't want to let this sag and create that stretch a lot of the need to be. That's going to be hard on the bicep and the anterior front part of the shoulder here. So I'm going to keep my chest up tall. Hand can be anywhere you want. I prefer it on my ribs. I'm going to come down and then press right back up. So again, I'm going to perform my repetitions. We'll just say I'm going to do 5 just for demo purposes. And then when I come to switch, I'm going to bring it to my chest. Keep a little bit of tension here so it's not crushing me. Use my other arm again to get it up into position. And then repeat on that same side. Now, as you can see, my body's moving around a little bit. That's the bench. Part of that's because the weight is turning me towards this side, and I'm having to press it this way. Use your abdominals to keep yourself as still as possible. One, so you don't fall off, and keep it kind of safe. But two, so you can kind of create some turns here and push your body towards a way if that's something you're looking to desire. Once you're done, keep the dumbbell up in the extended position. Bring it towards your knee. Sit up, and you should be a much easier position to get up than you were getting in. So to briefly describe, again, why you do this, big one is just going to be overall shoulder health, finding a good pressing pattern that feels good on your shoulders. When it comes to programming and how you're going to do this from a set and rep scheme, ideally 2 to 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps per side, just like a regular decline bench. Again, it lets us build some muscle, get some quality repetitions in, but it's not too overly heavy that we can't get in a position. We don't need to train max strength. This position, it's more of an accessory exercise, so let's treat it as such. Get the reps in that we need, build some muscle, be in a good neutral grip position to keep things shoulder friendly. And again, I like this for a lot of clients and athletes that I use that have shoulder issues. It just lets us check a lot of boxes and keep them feeling good. And it can also let us change some angles and improve shoulder mobility in the ranges that they have so that we can eventually start to get them up higher and higher, so then we can maybe do some work pressing out in front of us. Because chances are, if I'm picking this exercise, we don't really have a whole lot of room to get here without any kind of compensation patterns. With this, you don't have to worry about any kind of compensation patterns while you're there. Most people are going to have this kind of shoulder range of motion. If they don't, then that's where I would refer out to like a physical therapist or some other professional to help us get in that position before we can start doing some training. So if you got any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.